Hey guys, how's it going? Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026. Currently 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Hello. Bye-bye. Thank you. 88 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 31 degrees Celsius. A little change of the weather here in Pattaya and Jomtien with the clouds. It was raining a little bit earlier while I was swimming in the pools there. So as you can see, all packed up and checking out. It is about 3:30 in the afternoon. I had my room at the resort there for tonight. When the prices are as cheap as they are, 35 bucks, then it's worth it if you don't want to have to get going too early to just pay for another night, and then it's like paying a late checkout fee and then have a relaxing day before you get going. So that is what is happening now, is I am getting going to a mystery island of Thailand that I have never been to before. And I think that most of you won't know about it, won't have heard of it before, but we shall see. First thing is I need to hit an ATM. There is just one right here. Hoping that it has some cash in it and works. Otherwise I'll have to get some money later before I get to this island. Okay, where is this ATM? All right, time for me to deal with this first, and then I will be catching a Bolt car to get to where I need to get to next. And here they are next to the 7-Eleven, so that is good to have two to pick from in case one isn't working. All right, cash accomplished. I got 10,000 baht. That will last for a while. That's more than 300 bucks. All right, that was really fast. It's going to cost 459 baht. That is a little less than 15 bucks. And, oh, okay, well, now they're looking for another driver. 1 minute away. So we have arrived at the pier, or at least it is a short walk this way. That was about an hour's or 50-minute or something ride there, so there's a little hint. I will tell you where I'm going when I get there. Boy, lots of smells here. This is quite a scene, so I guess I get the ticket down here, I hope. I don't have a ticket yet. Whoa, we got the insects. Man, do those not look tasty. We got some of the craziest looking street food here. Boy, seeing this crowd, I'm now wondering and hoping that I can actually get a ticket last minute. I think that a ferry leaves in like 20 minutes at the top of the hour at 5. I will be finding out. So, something a little bit strange happened there, which is that as soon as I got in the car, right away he asked me to cancel the ride. He kind of spoke English. He actually spoke a fair amount of English, except that it was really hard to understand, but I eventually understood he wanted me to cancel the ride even though he was going to take me. I think it was because I was paying in cash and he didn't want to pay the commission to Bolt because it was a longer ride, I guess. Because I saw at one point on his phone 340, I think. I paid $459, and so it looked like he was getting paid $340 because they were taking out 120 baht. And so I think he decided, let's cancel this, and then he could get the full amount himself. And then I actually ended up paying him 600 just because 459 didn't really seem like enough and just felt like, you know, tipping. So that gives you a little perspective on my taxi ride from the Bangkok airport. I made a whole video about this. That was when I first arrived in Thailand and took the taxi from BKK Bangkok airport to Jom Tien there, and it was 2,200 baht. That is like an hour and 40 minutes. So this was roughly an hour, so less than half the distance, or time anyway. And the Bolt price was 459. And so if you double that, you're at 900. Point being that 2,200 was definitely a bit high that I paid, but you know, still not a total scam or anything. And so one of the reasons that I'm going to this island now is because it's not the weekend. I think it will get a lot more crowded on the weekend, and you'll understand more why once we get there and I tell you where I am. Can't believe how many food stalls there are here. So when I was in Pattaya, I started to realize at one point, where are the tuk-tuks? I'm not seeing any tuk-tuks. And then I kind of forgot about it and just got used to the fact that you don't see any tuk-tuks there. And then in the car there, then when we rolled into this town and we're seeing tuk-tuks, then he pointed them out. He was telling me, that's a tuk-tuk, and you don't see them in Pattaya. And so I guess they're not allowed for some reason, probably environmental or maybe just business. The taxi drivers want the business or something, but it's nice to see the tuk-tuks again. I like them. And also they are convenient to get around. Okay. Where is the ferry ticket office? I guess probably straight ahead there. Interesting temples there, or whatever that is up there. It does all look like temples and Buddhist stupas. So somebody said here and left passenger ferry. That is actually good to see that it isn't anywhere near full. I don't know if that is the one going to, but still it's a good sign that we don't have a full up boat. All right, now I can relax. That was the one big question mark. Was, for one thing, I just didn't know the ferry schedule. I'd read online that it was once every hour, but wasn't sure of the exact time. I just found once an hour, and you never know when it's wrong, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be full, and so got my ticket. So 60 baht, $2. This is the boat, right on, and it leaves in about 13 minutes, so things are working out. guess that's probably it there. And we have arrived. Nice looking island. So this is Ko Sichang, not to be confused with Ko Chang. And this is the closest island to Bangkok. And so that is why it probably gets really crowded on the weekends. Sawatikap. My home, Sichang, my home.
Yes.
You know it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's me.
How much do you know?
Free. This
Price?
is my service.
Oh, I see. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can pull your head in.
Okay, very good.
Only one?
Only me, yes. Thank you, sir. Nice. I see, great.
Yeah.
So it's your resort.
Yeah. It's
All right.
me owner.
Thank you very much. Sawatikap. Hello. Thank you very much. Right here, all righty. And this is the room. It is really nice. What a change from the resort where I was staying in Jomtien Beach, Pattaya there, that I showed at the beginning. I had been there for the past about a week. And so this is a much more rustic, simple kind of a place, but good feel and atmosphere to it. I got my own hammock out front. And One bit of good news so far is I haven't seen a single mosquito. So that is good, I guess, probably because it is the drier season, because I'm sure that there can be mosquitoes here at times, but yeah, this is looking pretty dang sweet. So it is $37 US or 32 euros per night. And so the island is very narrow here. I can probably walk across it fairly easily. Not sure, maybe 20 minutes to get to the other side, but then it is long, and so I will want to rent a motorbike probably tomorrow. And so I'm here 2 nights, but I'm definitely going to think about staying another night if it's available, because then that would be on the Friday night, and so we'll see if the room here is free then. But what a cool place. So here's a map right here, and so I think that must be, or no, that's the pier. So we're kind of up there somewhere, but you can see it's really narrow here, but then fairly long. So right on. Well, I think that is basically going to do it for this video. It's getting close to dark, and I am ready to relax here for a little bit and then head out and find some food, but it will be getting dark out there soon. So that is all for now. More coming from Ko Sichang. Looking good so far. It is not known for having great beaches, but there are some other things to see here, some temples, and just exploring around and getting a taste of the culture on this island that isn't popular with foreign tourists, but it is popular with locals, and it definitely has a local feel. The town here is a good-sized town with authentic-looking markets and shops and stuff like that. So looking forward to seeing more tomorrow. See ya.